Okay, before we begin this episode, Kateline, I think in honor of old Lester himself, I think it's about time that we reveal his nickname. It's never made the pod before, has it?
No.
I say at the end of this episode, we reveal it. What do you think?
Okay.
All right. So stick around to the end. A nickname that we heard from a person who knows a person of what Lester Holt is called in the NBC building. Hit the theme. My video just went away. Okay, sorry.
Attention shoppers. We've got to clean up on Aisle H.
What the other wolves think?
A true crime cleanup on Aisle H.
Diabolical.
Starting now.
No, he's telling you that she's bats.
Howdy, Hold Heads. Kurt Money here, alongside my co-host,
Kateline.
and we are here to discuss. I felt like it took a little long, but we finally got our very first Lester Holt hosted episode. What do you think, Kate?
Of Dateline.
What do you mean? Oh, because he hosts news shows and
Yes.
not in our world, dog. That stuff. I don't know if that's canon over here. Okay, we know Lester at the beginning and end of episodes, and this was the first time we seen him throughout. And what a weird one, a friggin' weird ass case for it to be his first one on.
Yeah, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed at NBC and Dateline for giving this to Lester for his debut, because it's maybe the shortest Dateline in the history of Dateline.
28 minutes.
28 minutes. And, we see that if we're watching it recut for some other kind of network. But for a tradish Dateline,
Yeah.
28 minutes is so short, and it's because of sports.
Was it? Is that what it was?
Yeah, it didn't air until 10:30, and it has to be off by 11.
Actually, okay, so I didn't know about this. And then when I log into our Insta, where I follow Dateline and all the stuff, they knew it was going to start at 10:16. Like, they knew it day of. They were like, tonight's a weird night, starts at 10:16. So that makes me wonder if it was sports. It's just another wrinkle. If they knew this ahead of time, why are they giving it to Lester? Or, here's something I propose. What if they didn't have the meat? What if they friggin' didn't have the meat?
Maybe. What if they knew that this slot was going to be short because of the game, and they were like, Lester's first episode is kind of thin.
Yeah.
Let's cut it down even more and put it after the game.
Yeah, it's like he's been a part of the team so long. They're like, let's cut our boy some slack, okay?
Give him a softball to start off with.
Maybe. I'm just going to Google, was there a sporting event
No, there was.
Well, I want to know what it is. Friday, December 5th, 2025. Do you want to guess?
Well, Jillionaire was keeping me posted about it.
Well, what?
Because she was going to tune in at 9, and then she was like, ugh, there's a game.
What game?
It was football.
College Football Championships. Boom. That was probably it. Also, a FIFA World Cup thing, apparently.
Well, she wasn't watching that.
Oh, wait, I got it. Okay, what about the NCAA volleyball? The Wisconsin Badgers played in a regional semifinal. Could have been that as well.
It was not, Kurt.
Okay, all right, so it's college football. Okay, good.
Good, honey.
So the name of this puppy is the Ruse.
The Ruse.
Something that we've discussed super recently. We know what a friggin' ruse is. First, I'm going to read the IMDb, and then I'm going to get your thoughts. IMDb description, which I cut in half because I don't want any clues. When a California father fails to return home after a quick trip to check his mail, his son calls police for help, only to find himself the focus of their investigation. This is The Ruse. What'd you think, Kateline? Give me your overalls.
Overall, I hated this. I hated every single person in this.
Yeah.
And maybe even Lester.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Holt Heads, she wasn't stoked about this. I mean, if Lester hadn't hosted this, we would have skipped this for show, I feel. Now, I'm certainly glad I checked it out and said, yo, it's a Lester premiere. We got to cover it. Because I've got a lot of questions about this app. I've got a lot of questions that Lester didn't ask. Okay, I've probably got about 5 of those. Don't you think that this, like, maybe this could only have been a shorty of a shorty? But I still think there were a lot of unanswered questions.
There were. Yep.
So, okay, all right. Oh, real quick. Oh my God. He didn't do it the way I wanted. But when I started the app, I was like, how's he going to do it? Now, what I wanted was, here's me.
Here's me with the Ruse.
We didn't get it.
No.
He said, tonight, the Ruse.
Tonight, The Ruse.
So our story begins in Fontana, California, 2018. Tom Perez Jr. is on 911. I mean, this puppy starts with a 911 call.
Well, first of all, have you ever heard a more calm 911 call?
No.
This man was not concerned. He was like, hey, my dad went out to check the mail and he never came back. I'm kind of worried. And it had been about a day.
Yeah, it was overnight. Like he had gone out, which we'll find out later, before the sun went down. That was a big part of it. But it was like through the night, and he called, I suppose, the next morning. But he said the dog came home, though. He took the dog to get the mail. The dog came home, but my dad didn't.
What happened was he went to the mailbox last night. Normal, no big deal. He went there with the dog, and the dog came back, and he wasn't around.
And you're right. He is very, very chill about it. And then they send over a community service officer, Joanna Pena. Kate, what is a community service officer?
Now, is this someone that they send out when it's a non-emergency or when it's something that doesn't necessarily need investigating at first? Like someone to just mediate and collect some facts to decide if they even need a detective.
I think that's what it is. And I think maybe more specifically, because think about this, dude was not missing 24 hours.
No.
So it sounds like these are the people they send for those kind of missing person cases where it's like, well, we got to send somebody. Maybe, right? I mean, that because we know these cops aren't going to touch it for 24 to 48 hours.
No.
So are these the people that go check on those ones? Maybe.
Well, then I was thinking about like new policies within police work that people have been fighting for over the last couple of years, where if it's not an emergency or if they're dealing with mental health, they send different kinds of police to mediate or to help de-escalate. And now that's certainly not the case here. This man wasn't even upset, really. But maybe they thought, this could be like an elder person with dementia that's just walked off.
Yeah.
So maybe we send someone who has some experience with that.
That's what I think. I think you're dead right there.
However,
yes.
She was in like a full bulletproof
Okay.
vest and everything.
She was in something. I was looking real hard at this vest of hers because there's no guns. I mean, the community service operator,
Community Service Officer Joanna Pena.
she doesn't carry a weapon on her. Her phone is a phone is her like body cam. Mm-hmm. What else is in all those pockets? Pepper spray? I mean, they were kind of stuffed. Every pocket was full. But I like, what was in there?
I don't know. Tools needed to de-escalate? But it was like Kevlar, right?
I don't
Well,
know.
Doesn't matter.
I'm going to send you the screenshot, Kate, also because, I mean, was she 4'10"?
Oh, she was tiny.
Tiny. And now next to Lester.
She's cute.
Yep. Toad's cute.
Oh, yeah. Next to Lester, she looked like a little ant.
Who's taller, Lester or Keith? What do you think?
It's tough because Keith is so lanky. But Lester,
Yeah.
he's big.
My money might be on Lester
Yeah.
if I had to pick.
Wow.
I mean, that thing is jam-packed, huh?
Got all sorts of stuff in there. That might not be Kevlar. That might just be full of accessories.
Yeah. Headphones, handcuffs, maybe, couple flashlights and batteries. But she showed up, and this was...
I noticed there was a bunch of boxes, the house was in disarray. I'm like, what are you doing?
Look, this episode had a lot of laughs. This is a very unique episode for a lot of reasons, and this was the first one. The first shot we get of Tom Perez Jr. inside. Kate, would you like to describe what this community service officer walked in on at this pad?
She walks in to this house. The house a lot of it is empty because it looks like he is in the middle of packing to move. So there's moving boxes everywhere.
Yeah.
Certain rooms are cleared out. And he is standing there shirtless with cargo shorts that are not buttoned.
Yes. And he's also got like house slippers on.
Yes.
His pants are unbuckled. Dad. And he's just kind of like not concerned, just standing here like, oh, hey.
But he's also leaning against the rail of the stairs, one arm on his hip, and the other arm was like, it was like he was like, what's up, girl? Like his presentation to me, my first thought was, this guy's drunk. This seemed like a pickup on a Cops episode to me.
Oh, yeah.
Like, didn't this guy strike you as like a drunk goofball at first?
He seemed a little inebriated for sure. His mannerisms, the fact that She was trying to get more answers out of him about the basic stuff. He was completely coherent. It was just like so sloppy.
You might have just walked to the metro and head to LA.
I have to think that she felt so uncomfortable with his pants undone.
Yeah, and then when she suggests, well, hey, let's just go see if your dad made it to the mailbox. Let's see if the mail's in there. And he goes, all right, let me go pop a tea on. She goes, okay, yes. Like, please do. Please put clothes on.
She kind of laughs a little. She's like, go for it.
Did you go check to see if he actually picked up the mail? Yeah, go for it.
Yes. Now, this is why it had her dealing with a drunken disorderly to me. That was his vibe, where he was just like cool as ice, but he's posing on the steps. Like, oh my God, it's so flippin' funny. So they go to look at the mail. The mail was not picked up. Now, this is funny. You know how much I love when they go like, they trusted their hunch of their gut. Blah, blah, blah.
Peanut isn't a detective, but her gut told her this case needed one.
Cops come in. We're talking to like three of there's the cop that went over there.
We discovered a lot of blood evidence.
And then the two cops will meet later for the 17-hour interrogation.
Which way did it go, George? Which way did it go?
But this first one goes in the house. What has his antennas up at the Perez house?
Well, he sees what looks like could be blood in several different locations throughout the house. And then there's little bits of spatter in a door frame, but
yeah, or like on the rail of the steps, or like a corner. Like we see pictures, and he likes to say it was all sorts of blood. It was spatter, it was splash, it was all the things. It was more than usual. I'll give him that.
Blood evidence that you could see with the naked eye.
It wasn't a ton, though.
No. It's also interesting because the house is so empty from getting ready to move that it's like conceivable that someone could have cut themselves moving stuff or packing boxes or whatever. It didn't look necessarily like a crime scene.
No, and we saw one picture of actual red blood. The other things were luminol sprays. So they were like, that could be old ass blood as well. But we got to mention, they brought in a freaking cadaver dog. They brought in their own Blue, and he supposedly hit on something upstairs, right? They set up funny, like...
It did have a positive alert to the odor of human remains within the room.
What are you thinking right now? To them, they're smelling a body was in this room.
Yeah, and maybe in the bathtub. And they also smell cleaning supplies, like someone had cleaned
bleach.
up something.
Yeah.
There was an obvious smell of bleach.
Now, immediately I'm thinking, okay, I know this is a shorty. But we are so early in this, I have to think that the cleaning smell is because they're moving.
I know, and that's something you got to keep in your mind here for a handful of stuff where it's like, yeah, it's weird to walk in if it smells. But unless they're moving, then it makes perfect sense.
Because you got to clean before you leave.
Yeah.
It kind of made me think, if you're going to do a murder in your own home, do it right when you're moving.
Yeah.
Because you have to clean, and no one is going to think twice about you coming in and out of the house with big objects.
That's true. Now, this did happen to that gun-toting Republican lady that killed her husband. That's the only details I remember. But remember, she met she wore a red dress and she had a gun under it. Do you remember this? This might have been season 1.
No, I don't remember.
We had people moving and there was a murder, and there were still multiple guns in the house that hadn't been packed yet.
Oh, I remember. That was Florida. That was a Florida house.
Sounds like it. Like they packed everything but the guns that were next to the peanut butter.
So she could murder him.
But you're right. I mean, it is a good excuse. You're going in and out. So, I mean, that's a good call. So put that in the back there, Kate, if you ever want to murder anybody.
Okay.
And then they're delivering on every single reveal thus far. They have a receipt from Lowe's. The time is from the night before. Okay? They go over to Lowe's. They're like, hey, usually this is a Home Depot thing. I guess we lost our deal with Home Depot. Can we look at your security footage? They look at the security footage, and they see Tom Perez Jr. buying large trash bags and also looking funny as hell.
Looking like he could be drunk.
Yeah, he was so pleased again. I'm going, this guy's having the time of his life.
But again, buying trash bags, he's moving.
Yeah.
Not out of the ordinary.
They even were specific in saying they were large. Even large. I'm like, yeah, again, dude, I don't know.
Yeah, you're not going to buy small ones.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like he was buying like rope, knives, plastic wrappings, rubber gloves.
Yeah.
He didn't buy like the murder kit. He just got
The bag.
some trash bags.
That's true.
Investigators found a receipt from Lowe's, timestamped the night Tom Sr. vanished.
They ask him to come down to the station. He's more than willing. Luckily, he puts that shirt on. He's got a shirt on for now. They bring him down to the station. He has an overnight interview, but let's remember, he tells Joanna, the community service officer, he was already up all night packing. So when he gets to this police station, he's already been up all night.
Right.
Important to remember.
That contributes to his kind of loopy behavior because,
Yeah.
you know, he's not actually drunk. He's just exhausted.
Yeah, and like, we see footage of him the next morning, and he's still acting like this. So I was going, he was not drunk, so he's just supposed to be exhausted, or there's something going on with him.
Yeah, or he's just a weird guy.
Honestly, you know what I was waiting for, Kate, was for them to call him an odd duck.
Yeah.
You know how much I love when they say odd duck, and I didn't get it.
No.
So he's interviewed overnight, then the day shift cops come in, and these two are interviewed by Lester. What you think of these guys? You like those Nike frames?
I hate these men. I hate all of these men and everything that they did.
Yeah.
We were investigating a possible homicide.
So they come in. Well, first they take Tom on a little road trip. They're like, here, we'll get you some coffee and we'll go to some spots and see if your dad's there. And so they go to a donation site and we're seeing the body cam footage. And there is a ton of stuff out there. And it's like he had just dropped off a pile of his dad's clothes. Suspicious, unless you're moving.
Unless you're moving.
Yes.
Because that is what you do.
Yes.
I hit the donation before the move and after the move.
Oh, really?
Because when I get to my destination and start unpacking, I'm like,
You're like,
I was tripping. I don't need this. Why did I bring this?
Okay, they go to a little pond, like a little man-made pond on a golf course, I think. And this was, again, my eyebrows are going up at these cops because they're questioning everything that Tom is doing. They're the VO of their own footage going, and then he's like looking in the bushes.
Immediately when we got out of the car, he started looking in the bushes kind of oddly.
And then we get to the pond and he asks,
do bodies float?
Yeah, and the cop was astonished and appalled by this, and he said no.
No bodies float?
No.
Well, they do float, dum-dum.
They do.
They do.
And
famously.
I think I would have said the same thing. They are literally
Yes.
looking for his dad. And he's like, well, if he was here, if he was dead, we'd probably see him. He'd be floating.
Yeah.
That's what he was asking.
Yes. And now I don't know what kind of time it is, because it's like your body expels gases. Like people's bodies get bloated in water, and that's why they float up. Now, to me, this is a perfectly reasonable question. Okay, so they're questioning that. They bring him back to the office, or they bring him back for more interrogation. And again, he's still wearing the same thing. He's got slips on, the khakis. I pray he had buttoned them up by the time he got to the station. Were those khakis buttons?
I have concerns that after an overnight interview, he unbuttoned them again for comfort. Because, I'd be unbuttoning my pants after that many hours.
Yeah. And plus, they gave him this blanket he's wrapped in. So, you're right. You're probably right.
He might think, I don't need these to be even on at all.
Yeah.
They took Tom back to the station to ask him more questions.
Okay, so at this point, they bring in a friend of Tom and his dad's. Because, like, his dad, Tom Sr., like, he was retired, but they worked together, kind of. But they had this family friend they brought into the interrogation room, and Lester talks to him. And even the friend is like, dude, we're looking at this evidence. It kind of seems like you did it.
Yeah, because the cops told this friend that the house looked suspicious. There was blood. They told him about the dog hitting on the potential body. They made it sound like to him they had evidence to convict already.
Yeah.
So he goes into that room being like, dude, they're saying they got evidence, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
Yeah. Tom, his responses are still making me laugh. He goes, nah.
Did you kill him? Nah.
It's all circumstantial till you got a body.
Let's say you did.
Nah.
I'm laughing over here.
I was thinking either this man is the most sinister murderer we have ever seen on Dateline, or he's completely innocent. And I didn't know at this point.
Yeah.
Could go either way.
Yeah. And now he's at least 10 hours away from when he's supposedly, I thought he was drunk. So now is when I'm thinking, is he mentally ill in some capacity?
Yeah.
I was like, these cops, the things they're doing, I was like, guys, this is not a good look. And little did I know where they were headed for looks.
No.
Whether they were good or not.
No, but I thought the initial thought to send out the community service police officer is right, because that's the kind of people that she probably has experience dealing with.
Yeah.
And he seemed to fit that, because now that we see that, like, he's not drunk.
Right.
He's just off.
Yeah. The two detectives, they're convinced that there's a dead body out there, so they bring in Tom's dog,
Kurt,
to the interrogation room. Kate, what are you thinking when they bring in that beautiful dog, Margo?
I am so angry. I'm still angry about this.
Yeah.
They bring in the dog thinking that this will get Tom to admit to something, or at least get him to calm down and start opening up. And I'm like, well, he's already pretty calm. That's not the problem.
Yeah.
And he's so happy to see her, because it's, she's been, I guess, alone at the house for like 20 hours, which...
Well, yeah, these cops think that this dog witnessed a murder.
We brought the dog in so that he would maybe feel a little bit more comfortable and relax.
They're so convinced that this dog witnessed a murder that not only do they say, Tom, there's blood in your house because you killed your dad, what'd you do with his body? They're going hard on him, too, and they're being sassy about it, and I hate him for it.
They told Tom they were sure Margo had seen a murder, too.
And then they're so convinced, they tell Tom, boy, this is where I got the gears were grinding.
It's hard. It's hard to even talk about.
Because they tell him, your dog knows you're a murderer, and your dog is so bummed about it, we will probably have to put her down, because that happened to another dog we know of. The dog was so bummed that it witnessed a murder, we had to put it to sleep. I'm not making that up. Is that not verbatim?
That's literally what they said. They said the dog was so traumatized, it needed to be put down. And look at your dog right now.
Yes!
And we see the dog, and she's chilling at his feet, happy.
She's chilling. That's
not traumatized, just happy to be back by his side.
And the dog was so distraught and depressed, like that dog is, that they ended up having to put it down because of what it witnessed.
And remember, this is hours and hours and days into an interrogation. Tom spends a total of 24 hours with these two dinguses. 17 of those hours are in this room. Okay.
And he was already going on no sleep before those 17 hours.
Yeah. So now it's like he's acting like this because he has lack of sleep. Like,
it's been like 30 hours since he slept, and he's loopy as hell.
Yeah. And so they keep grilling him. So they straight up go, well, Tom, good news.
Oh, remember they were like, and there's what looks like blood in the paws of your dog.
Yes.
And he's like,
yes.
What? And he even looks at her
down there.
paws, and there's no blood. He's like, what?
One of the crime scene investigators did find human blood in the paws of the dog. I know where she got it. From inside your house, where all the other blood is that we found.
So he's taking this in, and now the detectives pull out the big guns. They say, Tom, we found your dad's body, and you killed him.
You killed him. And Margo was there, and Margo saw it.
They tell Tom this, and Tom proceeds to ask two very important questions. How did it happen? And where is he? Can we agree on that, Kate?
Those are the exact questions I would ask.
They told Tom they had found his father's body.
What happened?
I don't know. Tell us.
Where was he?
We're not getting into that. Well, he's gone.
And then they proceed to go, hey, Tom, it's real funny. We just told you your dad died and you don't give a f***. They drop the F-bomb in there.
You know what's messed up, Tony? We just told you we found your dead dad, and you don't give a f***.
And I'm like, dudes, he asked you the two most important questions. What happened and where is he? Like, what are you talking about, cops?
Just because he didn't burst out into tears.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I don't know. He's sleep deprived. He doesn't know what day it is. Like, none of that seemed strange, which is funny because his behavior this entire episode is nothing but strange, except for the moments where they think he's being strange.
Not a tear, not a
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't even care.
And, I mean, this guy, Lester says, it is at this point Tom unravels. And he does. I mean, he's pulling his hair out. He's like having a real episode.
And your dog is sitting here looking at you, knowing that you killed your dad. Look at your dog.
That's when Tom started to unravel.
He rips his shirt open and buttons go flying.
Okay. I mean, he straight up hulks out, Kate. Let's not. I mean, he hulks out. He rips it and the buttons go bing, 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 bing.
But he doesn't scream.
No.
It's all kind of silent.
I'm comfortable laughing at this in this moment because look, I've done that. I've torn a shirt off in disgust and stuff. Kate.
You've shaved an eyebrow off.
Both of them. Well, that was because I was drunk. I've torn shirts off just upset. Okay, so...
Really?
Yeah. But it was a long time ago, and I can't really remember why. But I just want to be upfront with the whole heads.
And the cops are like, this is odd. But it's like, well, now he's reacting the way you thought he should be. And now you're saying it's bad.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't know if you noticed, Baldo, he was laughing, Kate. He was laughing. The guy in the corner, when he hulked out, he was trying not to laugh.
What a dick.
I'm allowed to, because this is after the fact and I'm a podcaster.
Uh-huh.
The detective doing the grilling in hour 11, he should not be laughing to his buddy, being like, look at this guy.
Right.
We just looked at each other, shocked. Couldn't believe it.
Still can't.
They also do, we saw this with our boy Chris in The Body in the Closet, is they do a fantasy telling of, all right, well, if you did kill him.
Let's say you did kill him.
Yeah.
How would you do it? And Tom, being delirious from lack of sleep, he answers a theoretical way that he would kill someone. And I'm thinking, that's all well and good, but it's not going to hold up in court.
No, and especially because they are, like we know and we've said in the past, like, you sit there and wonder, how can somebody falsely confess to something? Well, this is how. It's literal, like, torture of the mind. Mm-hmm. And when they say this theoretical thing, it'll go, like, the clip they play is Tom goes, well, was it with scissors? And the cop's reaction to that is, how many times did you stab him with the scissors? So now that's fact to the cops, that there were scissors involved, even though Tom was just asking that. Mm-hmm. And he says, you know what? He does fall out of the tub sometimes. He did say he was tired of me. Like, because Tom's just wanting to get out of there and answering.
And the cops are like, oh, so did you wrap his body up in the shower curtain? Is that why it's gone?
Yeah.
Well, I guess he could have fallen and I would have wrapped him up. Is that how it happened? Like, he's just as curious as they are.
Yeah. Because he's really trying to play ball of, like, maybe it did happen. Because I'm so confused right now. Who knows what happened then? And then the cops leave and give him a minute alone, and this is where it gets serious. What does he do when the cops leave this time? He pulls out the shoelaces from his house slippers.
Mm-hmm. He tries to hang himself from the table, which you can do. You don't have to hang from the ceiling. He just put it around his neck like a noose and tried to position himself under the table until... Is it his buddy that comes in again?
Well, no, it falls off because he puts it in the corner of the thing. And also, they're slipper laces. Like, I'm not sure they would have held.
No.
But he genuinely tries to hang himself.
Yeah, because he thinks, my dad is dead, they're going to kill my dog, and they think I did it. Well, this, maybe I did.
Yeah. And so the cops come in because they're watching this whole thing. And they're going, oh, hey, buddy, are you okay? Hey, Tom, buddy, hey, come on, jump back up here. I hated their tone in here. Mm-hmm. Like when they're trying to be all buddy with this guy.
You okay, buddy? Yeah.
Brian McClane was monitoring it all outside of the room.
They're sitting there saying, your dad's dead, he's in heaven. They're also saying that kind of stuff, bugging me. Mm-hmm. So now that he's trying to kill himself, they got to take him to a mental hospital for, like, what's it called? Involuntary checking in.
Right.
Like whatever the term is.
An involuntary hold.
After attempting suicide, Tom was involuntarily committed and put on a 72-hour hold.
I want to make sure there's a few good Lester bits, and he had some great throws to commercial. And this, I might add, this is damn near on my list. He goes, case closed, right? What do they say after case closed, right? What do they say, Kate? Do you know?
I don't remember. Not quite?
Not even close.
Okay.
Not even close.
Case closed? Not even close.
I don't know. I mean, I said it with Lester when he set that up.
Really?
Yeah, I'm debating adding it to my list because you know it's freaking coming. So that was hilarious, and Lester's having fun there. Okay, Lester tells the camera, you're not going to believe who I talked to next. And we see Lester in like a studio or a jail cell or something.
With Tom Jr.
With freaking Tom Jr. I'm thinking, okay, like interesting, like Lester's at the jail interviewing him and stuff. Mm-hmm. So we come back from a commercial and Lester is talking to Tom. And he's saying all the things we're saying. Like this was a guided fantasy, like it was BS. They're telling me that my dad's dead, that my dad's dead, that my dad's dead.
And they're going to murder my dog.
And Lester goes, who's that sitting next to you, Tom? Camera, close on Tom, starts to push slowly over to the right. And this, now, I've got my nose turned at Dateline when they think like, you better hold on to your seat for this one. Because I'm thinking, Dateline, you're not going to get me. It's going to be weak, I know it. Who is sitting next to Tom, Kate, when they pan that camera over?
Tom Sr., alive and well.
He's alive! I lost my shit this part, Kate.
So, Tom, who's sitting next to you?
My father.
Tom Sr.
Tom Sr.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about you.
I'm sure you have.
I thought for sure it was going to be a lawyer because they were going to say, like Tom was like, I'm never talking to cops again without a lawyer. I thought for sure it was a lawyer sitting next to him.
Well, I had a feeling it would be his dad.
Did, honestly?
Yeah. Yeah, because this episode is so short. I was like, I think that's where this is going. I think this is going to be a reveal of some kind that he actually never died. But isn't it crazy how much these two look alike?
Yeah. Yes. And his dad kind of looked like an odd duck, too.
And they, in photos, at some of the photos, couldn't tell who was who.
Really?
Yeah. Because it was like, now, is that an older picture of the dad? Or is that a current picture of the son? They had the same super, super white teeth.
Yeah. So now we're talking to Tom Sr. and Tom Jr. I mean, this was wild. And Tom Sr.'s smile was so cartoonish. I loved his smile. It was just really big and so Lester's first question is, where were you? Like he says it kind of like in a funny way. I like the way Lester presented it. Like, okay, Tom Sr., where the hell were you?
What really happened? I've got to ask you, where were you?
And where was he, Kate?
He did exactly what Tom Jr. suggested to the community officer.
30 hours ago or whatever.
He said, my dad could have just kept walking past the mailboxes to the train station and taken the train to L.A.
Yeah.
That exact theory was among the first his son had suggested.
He might have just walked to the metro and head to L.A.
And that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
I said, well, it's a very nice evening. I find myself close to the railroad tracks, and I said, oh, it'd be kind of nice. It's still early enough to take a little train ride. So that I did.
What? Now, this is where I want to go, Lester. Why didn't you follow it up? The guy was gone for at least 10 hours. What did he do overnight in LA?
Where did he sleep? Did he sleep? Is he like his son where he doesn't really need sleep?
Yeah. Is Margo a well-trained enough dog that you were cool at just going, Margo, go home. I'm getting on the train? I mean, there's so many weird things happening here.
Why did you decide to do that and not tell your son?
And not text him?
Do you use phones? Do you have a phone?
Yes.
Why, if you do, why are you not tracking each other? Because it sounds like this has happened before. Because Tom Jr. suggested this might have been what happened, which means he does it from time to time.
Destination unknown.
I'm just so taken aback that this guy's alive. Now, it's funny, they did this to us recently when we did the Prussian Blue episode. Mm-hmm. Remember the wife survived and I was like, knew it, not impressed.
And yet, I don't know why I'm here. Meet Brigida. She's still with us.
My arms are crossed. What do you think? Like, I didn't think it was cool then, but Lester, dog, you got me. You got me good here.
It made me think, does this dad kind of have some kind of a little bit of Alzheimer's or dementia where he does just go on these walkabouts and ends up like 100 miles away? But the fact that he came back like not too long after on his own. It's not like they had to go search for him. He came back.
Yeah.
And the cops,
they
through his lawyer, they reveal that the cops knew he was home, safe and sound, and didn't tell Tom. They let him sit in that mental hospital thinking his dad was dead and that maybe he killed him.
For 3 additional days, he believed that his dad was dead, and that he's going to prison for life, and they can euthanize his dog for 3 additional days. I thought that those cops had no souls.
This is unforgivable. I mean, because the rest of the episode is dedicated to, well, this is a ruse and it's legal.
I think it is super important to understand that everything that the officers did is legal.
And, it's people doing counterpoint stuff.
So their lawyer is like, this was emotionally abusive and traumatizing on the part of the police officers.
I thought that they were cruel and vicious and creepy.
And the cops are like, it's a legal tactic that we use to get confessions. And I can understand how lying to suspects can work, but when they're not even a suspect, when they're not anything to do with it, you can't just tell people that their loved one is dead.
And it's the leaving them in a mental hospital too. Like, they're there under care because they are struggling mind-wise. And these cops made the decision to not tell him on purpose because it was still suspicious. What? There was no body. And I loved the civil rights attorney. I liked his tone with Lester because Lester goes, well, hey, there was suspicious. There was blood and everything. And the guy's like, so what? There wasn't a body. There was not a crime.
He's here.
Yeah.
How about when you mentally torture him so badly that they attempt suicide in the police station? How about that? You think that's bad enough?
And that's where we think back to, yeah, there was blood in the house, like any house.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I got blood on my walls.
Right.
I'm just saying it was such a small amount. It could have happened from moving. It could have happened months earlier, years earlier, and it was just in a place where they didn't clean yet. It could have maybe not even been blood at all.
You're right, because what if it was just a presumptive test they did? We know how wrong those can be. Mm-hmm. You're right there. Also, they said that the dad checks his diabetes or whatever. He pricks his finger.
Yes, so he pricks his finger all the time, and little trace amounts, they find them places. That's another thing that Tom Jr. could have mentioned to the cops. Like, I'm worried he's diabetic, and he's off without his insulin somewhere.
Yeah.
But he never brought that up.
Well, but he did mention the finger prick, though.
He did, but he didn't include it as one of the reasons why he's concerned.
Right.
He checks his diabetic prick. He likes to prick the thing, and he walks around. So if there's any blood, it could be from that.
I feel like everybody, obviously, the cops are the most guilty here. Everything they did was awful.
Yeah.
But everybody else, as I said earlier, I hate everybody. Tom and his dad both did really stupid things.
Yeah. They're just a pair of odd ducks, ducking it around.
They're just so weird. They are not explaining things thoroughly. Their mannerisms and behaviors aren't normal.
Yeah.
That is gonna look suspicious.
Yeah. Now, I still like you said, every defense that the cops come in, because we talked to the two dinguses, super supreme dinguses. I know I named one of those an episode 2 ago. Mm-hmm. These two are up top this season now, Kate. They're going, it's legal. We regret nothing.
Yep.
I mean, Lester asked, do you think you did anything wrong? No.
I don't think we would have done anything differently.
You told him that you were going to kill his dog. You told him that his dad was dead. And you let him sit in that for 3 days, knowing the truth. And they go, those are small aspects of the investigation. There was a lot of other bigger stuff. And I want to go name one thing then, dude.
I do think that those are 3 things that are very, very small part of this large investigation.
The investigation.
Yeah.
Dude came back like a couple hours later.
Yeah.
This was a day. This is one day. Investigation.
How do they justify those 3 days, dude? How do they justify that? Like, we've approved of the ruse before. Now, here's the thing. I think because there's dumbasses like this in the world, these detectives, it should be illegal. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. It's like, this is why you can't have nice things, cops.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a world where if you played ball and used the ruse properly, like, for instance, saying a DNA test came back, it says your stuff is on it. Guess what? That's a great ruse. Use it up. Mm-hmm. But your ruse should not be saying, we found your dad's dead body. Now go to your cell for 72 hours. Like, this should be illegal as hell.
And that is what his lawyer said. And you know what? The chief of police did apologize.
I would tell Mr. Perez that I apologize. I apologize for what you went through.
And this is when we find out that just last year they settled, and I thought they were going to say out of court for an undisclosed amount. We found out how much he got, Kate. How much was it?
It was under $1 million.
It was $900,000. I think he could have gotten way more.
I think he could have gotten more. I don't think that's a lot.
No.
Especially in California.
And especially because they don't admit any fault. Like, that was part of the settlement, was that the city did not take any responsibility.
Then you can pop that number up.
Yeah. And like, this is a great, Lester goes to the chief of police, okay, if you were sitting next to Tom right now, what would you say? And the guy goes, well, I'd apologize. And then Lester tells Tom that, and he's like, oh, that's funny, because the whole point of the settlement was that they didn't say that.
Right.
They've never said that to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would surprise me, because they've held the position the whole time they did nothing wrong.
And this chief of police, I think they made a point of saying the current chief of police. I'm not sure it was the guy 7 years ago.
It's the guy who is making amends for the past.
So this chief of police, good for him for coming on here, I suppose, because this wasn't his mess. But then he said something that I couldn't help but laugh at because it's so offensive and laughable. Is he goes, and I'd also want Tom to know that this whole ordeal has made us a better police.
Oh, boy.
Dude.
And Tom's like, cool.
What I want you to know, Mr. Perez, is that we are a better policing organization because of this incident.
I couldn't believe he said that. I could not believe he said that so genuinely. You're going to sit there and go, well, we're all better for it now. So thank you, Tom, for dealing with this. And also,
Tom's not better for it.
Tom's not better for it. And guess what? It's still legal. So how are you guys a better police force?
How are you better?
Those two dinguses said they would do it again.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't sound like they've changed.
So how is your policing better now?
Kurt,
you're not.
Everybody in this, everybody pissed me off. The only person in this entire episode who didn't piss me off is the dog.
Yeah. Margo. You know what Margo is? The friggin' all-star.
She's the all-star.
She's the all-star of the app, Margo.
Because
for
again,
putting up with
Lester,
all these people.
Lester's not asking the right questions.
He's not. He truly isn't.
You know Keith would have been like, okay, now, why would you do that? Or, J-Mank, a normal person would have done this, but you didn't do that, did you?
Yeah. Lester had a few deliveries in here that were good, but you're right. Keith and our other big hits, like they would have sunk their teeth into this a little bit more. Don't you agree Lester has a good tone sometimes where he's like, we were all talking about a ruse, but I want to ask you about the lying. I thought that was good.
Mm-hmm.
You keep using the term ruse, but I want to ask you about lying, though.
Yeah. Like he had some good stuff for his first time out as a Dateline host. I want to give him a little credit.
Yeah.
And we still don't know if there's questions missing because they cut it out.
True.
Right?
There could have been whole portions of this cut out. There could have been more to that investigation, like the cops implied, that we just didn't see, that would have taken us a little bit on a ride of being like, oh, well, here's a random suspect. Maybe there was some guy by the train tracks who was weird.
Okay. I didn't think of that.
We don't know.
I didn't think of that, Kate. You're right. I was going to say the only way it would make me think differently is if those two dinguses were trapped under something heavy for 72 hours and they could not let him know that the dad was still alive. I mean, that would be the only justification. Those people went home, kissed their wives, and went to bed 3 times knowing that this guy was out there.
It's unforgivable.
It is. And now one of your main concerns when you were like, we shouldn't cover this, is that you're just going to get too pissed.
Yes.
Now, I feel like the last time you said that, maybe there's something in you saying that where I don't get as pissed as you think. But I feel like now I'm starting to get as pissed as you were worried about. But you know what? The guy's alive.
He's alive.
They got money out of it. Now, it doesn't make me forgive the cops at all, but I'm not as pissed because the dude is alive. You know what I mean?
And they seem happy. They're
They
still
seem cool with
together.
it, and
they're still on good terms. If they were fighting, like he said, he's sick of me or whatever, they've gotten over that.
Yeah.
And that's the best we can hope for.
They even gave Tom Jr. the outro line, and I thought that it was a swing and a miss here. He goes, Lester's like, so what now with you and your dad? And he goes, well, next time he goes on a walk, I'm timing him.
That doesn't help.
And now that it doesn't help and it doesn't make sense.
No, you kind of did that the first time because you timed him. He never came back.
Yeah.
You have to track him or go with him. These guys are not... They're not doing anything normally.
No.
If Dad's going to go out to check the mail, I'm timing him now.
Not at all. Timing him. What good is that, dude? Turn on Find My Phone.
What good is that?
Like, tie Margo to his ankle or something. Like,
put a tracking device on him. Put an AirTag on him. Something. Like, if he has a history of wandering off, you got to be responsible about it.
Yeah, and especially because timing him, if he hopped on the metro, dude, it's not going to help at all because he's long gone.
He's gone.
You don't know where the hell he went. Wowee. So this was, it was an insanely short episode. It was half an episode, but boy, was it a roller coaster of stuff. There were a lot of firsts in there for me, Kate. There were a lot of firsts, I think. We've never seen a dog in the interrogation. Okay, also, you know what, dude? We're straight up breaking our rule. We're breaking our number one cardinal rule. There's gotta be a body.
There's gotta be a body.
There was not a body. We had to break the rules for Lester.
Not a body.
All right, so I think it's list time. What do you got, Kate?
Kate's unnamed list. I don't have anything.
Kick-ass list.
Kick-ass list.
I don't think I do either, Kate. Now, one thing came damn close. 2 times somebody said some type of struggle.
We believe that there was some type of struggle.
Sorry, it's not it. That's not it. That's not signs of a struggle.
That's not it.
I wouldn't say that's a sign of a struggle.
But it was super close. But other than that, I mean, that's all I got.
I think it was just too short. There wasn't enough time for the
Yeah.
list items to pop off.
Give me, with all this stuff to consider, did Lester pass or fail? Like, what kind of grade are you giving him here?
Lester, he gets a pass, for sure. I just wish he could have debuted with an episode that was a little more substantial. Because he is a classically trained newsman, and we want to see him doing that. And he just didn't get to ask the right questions. He didn't get the time to really explore. I mean, we did see him on a walk and talk, which is what we always look for in a Dateline. But
And it was so great because the height difference. You know, I love a good height difference on a walk and talk. Well, I think it may have been the 2-foot difference between them. I don't know, Jay makes Murph Dog short, or is this guy just hella tall? But there was a big diff, right?
Wait, is Murph Dog short?
Oh, come on, I've sent you pics where he looks short as hell.
But I hope that his next episode has some more meat to it so we can see more of his personal mannerisms come out. Because all of the hosts, they have their quirks, and we don't have any for him yet.
No. Oh, we got one quirk. The reveal. I forgot about our big reveal, Kate. But before we get to the reveal, he went, I assume it was another NBC show. Today's show's on NBC, isn't it? I think he went on Today to promote this as his first case. So this is what was shocking to me is he was promoting it like it was, hey, check me out doing my thing. Here's me, Lester Holt. I just like, dude, save it. It's a weak.
Yeah.
Weak, man.
It's weak. It's weak sauce.
Okay. Not weak is the nickname for Lester Holt that's going around the halls of 30 Rock. Are they at 30 Rock? They got to be, right? What do the ladies know him as, Kateline?
Lester Holt.
Because of the size of his hog. Lester Holt! Oh!
He's got a big dick.
Oh my God, that is such gold. I feel like, Kate, you told me this when we started the pod. It took us just over 2 years for us to say it on the pod, but there it is, folks. Lester Holt.
There it is.
Woo! All right, well, on that excellent nickname and excellent visual, let's all think of Lester Holt right now. And on that note, I'm Kurt Money.
I'm Kateline.